Hello, sweet friends. I am so glad that you're here. If you're anything like me, you have realized by now that motherhood is really just a series of constant transitions. Some of them are beautiful, some of them are exciting, and some of them, well, they take your breath away in the hardest way. Today, I want to talk about these moments, the slow, quiet goodbyes, and the grief that we experience as moms, and how we can lean on Christ in the middle of each one. I do ask for your forgiveness for today's video clips. I pieced them together from the beginning of a weekend we spent away for a friend's wedding. So some of these are from when we were at my parents' house dropping off our son, and then a few from the drive to our venue, as well as a few at the Airbnb we were staying at. So no, this is not my normal video background or home. I just wanted to give that quick disclaimer. Today's video topic was really born out of my own personal transitions that I recently experienced as a mom. One was fully weaning my son off of breastfeeding, which was quite emotional, and I do plan on posting a video shortly talking about our entire breastfeeding journey from start to finish, because it really is an amazing testimony of God and His faithfulness. But we did end breastfeeding in part because of the trip we took. And then also we experienced our first time away from him overnight. And it wasn't just for one night, but it was for two. And so that was another hard transition. One of the hardest transitions for me has been realizing that my child doesn't need me quite the same way anymore. And it happens so slowly, you almost don't notice it at first. You know, the slow things like when they're able to play independently, when they want to put on their own socks and shoes, when they don't cry when you leave the room, when they're able to feed themselves, they pick out their own clothes, when you say night-night and they know what that means and they comply. One day, they won't reach up for you when you expect them to. Now, this is a transition that hits every mama eventually, and it's not one day or even a moment. It's really a slow, creeping realization that your baby is growing up. You want to freeze time and to bottle up their lap and take their little hand in yours. You want to remember the way that they say mama. But motherhood isn't about holding them back. It's about walking them forward. And if we've learned anything from being a mom, or if you watched my videos before, you know that I am a firm believer that motherhood, while it is hard work, is holy work. And this hard transition is no different. But here's what helps me. Knowing that God is just as present in their toddler years as He was in the newborn days. And He'll be just as present when they're 5 or 15 or 25 or 102. Proverbs 22:6 reminds us to train up a child in the way he should go. Even when he is old, he will not depart from it. You aren't just raising a baby, you are discipling a future man or woman of God. And with every transition, and yes, even the ones that feel like a loss or out of control, you are planting seeds of faith that will bloom in their life for years to come. You are making an eternal impact. But it never gets any easier packing the onesies away, smelling the hospital blanket, looking at the photos of their sweet little squishy face and wondering, man oh man, where did the time go? I think I'm feeling this all the more now because we have weaned him, but I do know that this work, although it is hard, it is holy work, and we are being called to train them up in the way they should go. And a part of that process means that they need to grow. I think that something hard no one really tells you about motherhood is that growth and grief often walk hand in hand. The firsts are amazing. The first steps, the first words, the first time they say mama. But every first always carries a last. The last time they need you to help them get dressed. The last time you baby wear them. The last time they fit right in your lap. Even the last time they call for you in the middle of the night. No one warns you how deeply that can hurt. But one of the wonderful things about Jesus is that he meets us in our mourning. It's that he feels all that we feel. And Ecclesiastes 3 reminds us that there is a season for everything. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to uproot, a time to weep, a time to love. God isn't surprised by the ache that you feel. In fact, he meets us right there and honors it, because it means that you've loved well, you've been present, that you've poured out your heart into this holy work of motherhood. If you're walking through a hard transition right now, I want you to know that there is no shame in grieving what's passing. You're not being dramatic, you're not overreacting. You are human. And more than that, you are a mother, and your heart is allowed to feel deeply. And I am right there with you, grieving, crying, laughing, remembering, everything in between. Let God meet you there. If this video encouraged you, would you please share it with another mama who might need it too? And leave a comment letting me know what transition you're currently facing. I would love to pray for you. You are doing such holy work, one day, one change, and one quiet yes at a time.